I am streaming.
Okay.
So, hello everyone. How is everyone doing on this fine Thursday? I know I have been doing lots and lots and lots of crap to try and finish some things and catch up on some things and prepare for a birthday party. So, yeah, this is probably my third time this week playing Minecraft on here. Let's see. No, I didn't stream yesterday, so this is just number two. It's just time number two. I have been doing stuff since the last time I played, just on my own. Um, but yeah, I didn't feel great on Monday, so I was just like, I'm gonna stream Minecraft because it's a pretty easy game to just play around on. I don't know if you can see this yet, but I created this little floating town that I'm working on,
Oh, interesting.
but when I was creating it, night happened at least twice
Uh-huh.
during my work on this place.
Yeah.
And this is actually I think time number three, but I've already got the floor down, so I don't have to worry about the thing that happened. But you remember those little swamp thing zombies?
Yes.
Yeah, like they just kept coming up to try and kill me while I was
It
building
makes
this
sense.
thing. There was one time where I actually had to fend off five of them. Like it was just freaking ridiculous. Right
Yes, you
now,
literally been. Yeah.
right now it's nighttime
Mm-hmm.
and I do not have a sword on hand because I broke it during said fight, by the way.
It's time. It's one of those moments of, all right. So we need a club. We need a big stick. We need something.
I can make another stone sword pretty easy. There we go. Got myself a stone sword. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and make ourselves a pickaxe so that we can go and do some mining. Since this is Minecraft and it just kind of makes sense.
Well, it's Minecraft. Punching stuff still a valid option.
Very
Just
true.
taste
So yeah, the plan is essentially with this place, I'm going to create, there's a house, small house, and I'm going to create like a little shop thing here. Basically, I got a little bored, but at the same time, like not bored of playing the game, just sort of bored. So I just started doing this.
Okay.
Figured having some places. Oh yeah, by the way, that's my spawn point. It,
Oh.
I got tired of constantly forgetting where I could get stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I decided that every time that I lose a place, or every time that I die, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
just add another floor to it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that way I will never lose at least one of my places. So it's currently one, two, three, four, five. Looks like six floors right now. So, anyways, um, I guess spoiler, not spoiler, I guess. Warning for today. You still there? Hello? Here's we're having some technical difficulties. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I
I was wondering what happened to you.
yeah, I have no idea what happened there. Just all of a sudden I stopped hearing you.
Okay. What the last thing you heard me say?
I was showing you the tower. I think that was the last thing I heard you say when you were
Uh,
responding to it.
yeah, I was actually before, since the last time we did this screen, what we were actually having a conversation about.
I'm not sure. And there is stupid Hunter has perfect line of sight on me.
I wasn't sure we were talking about Marvel stuff, DC stuff, or which one.
I think the last time we were doing this, we were indeed talking about DC technically, but we kept getting off topic.
Yes, we kept. I think it was one of those moments that we kept talking about Marvel, even though we were supposed to be talking about DC.
Yeah, it's like we uh we were trying to talk about the Batman, and then
Yes,
we kept
that's right.
on getting sidetracked
By Marvel
by
stuff,
Marvel stuff.
which
Mainly
is
because I kept on getting sidetracked because of Joss Whedon and the fact that I really liked him and just I'm so disappointed in all of the information that has fully come to light now.
uh
And the fact that he just kind of became lazy ever since that happened.
huh.
Like, it's like one of those things of just like, as soon as it came to light, he was just like, you know what? Now that it's in, now that it's in the light, I don't have to pretend like I'm a person that is actually a good person anymore. And ever since he stopped pretending that he's a good person, he started making crap. It's almost like when you admit that you're a bad person, you kind of do crappy things.
Would you look at that? Yeah.
So, pretending to be a good person, you actually make good stuff. Not being a good person, you make crappy stuff.
Well, when you have a level of care, you make better quality product. When
Mm,
you don't give a, look at the product you make. Isn't that how this works? Yeah.
Um, a chicken just came in my home.
So does that mean you're gonna start building a chicken coop?
No, I'm just gonna try and cook it.
'Cause I was gonna say the chickens in this game actually lay eggs.
Yes, yes, I do. Originally, it was a thing, like, they would do that, and you would have to collect them. Like, you still have to, but, back when there were, like, not many achievements and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
there was the cake is a lie achievement,
Okay.
and, because the Portal game,
Yes.
it was the first actual, like, it was the first actual, like, complex piece of food. It's like, aside from that, it was like you make a bowl and you put soup in it, or you put a mushroom in it to make soup.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So, like,
So how much has this game evolved at this point? Can you actually make can you actually have complex foods now?
dude,
And they actually
okay,
do them?
so you're watching the thing, right? You're watching my
Yes.
screen, right?
Yeah.
Alright, um, so originally there were like no real achievements other than the cake is a lie achievement, you know?
Uh-huh.
But now there's three different sets of things to do achievement or advancements is what it calls them.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of that, see, you see this green book right here?
Okay.
So you have that in every single place that you can craft, okay?
All right.
That is recipes, a recipe guide. All right? Like this is how much this is involved, okay?
Yes.
There are 7 pages on just the first one. 7 pages of recipes on just the first tab here.
Okay.
And on top of that, some of these recipes have different recipes in them. Like this one right here to make the different colored wools. Yeah, there's like various different colored wools, and you have to get different things, different, ingredients for each of them.
Okay.
There are different woods now. Like originally there was just the one wood and it was just called wood. Now that same wood is
Uh-huh.
this one over here, the oak planks.
Okay. So the game has evolved to the point that you'd have different kinds of wood,
Yeah.
which I'm like, but it's Minecraft. Why? It just should be called wood.
Essentially, it's to make things that, to make pretty things to let you be like a designer with it and shit.
Okay. All right. Fine.
But yeah, it's evolved so much. And like on top of like stuff like that, just the recipes and whatnot, like
Uh-huh.
grab those things. So on top of the recipes and stuff, one thing that I saw just the other day, let me see if I can find another one. So like I remember when um they put the oscillate in, and that was like a huge thing, okay?
Okay.
But now there's different types of fish. On top of that, like I said the other day, I was playing and I saw something. I want to see if I can find it again. Might not be here. That right there is the first bit of ocean life, I believe, they put in this game. This guy.
Okay.
That was the first one I remember being put in the game. But like the other day, I am pretty positive I saw a dolphin. Like I know Solar keeps track of all the updates and stuff when they come out, so he would
Okay.
know all about the new stuff, and I'm just like sitting here just finding it out as I explore,
Gotcha.
you know? Now, I will say one of the things that I don't like is before, staying underwater for too long would be bad, but now it's like it seems like I like you can't stay underwater for quite as long. I don't like that. But yeah, they've done so many things. Like just right here, there are 3 different flowers. There used to be one flower and it was a white one. Hello, I have a Beerus in my face. And he's trying to sit on my mouse. Come here. If you want to sit up here, you can sit on my lap. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, this game has evolved a lot. Like, I think when Steven first gave it to me, it was in its alpha phase,
Yes.
and they were just like, hey, if someone will buy it, then sure.
Yes.
We would
Yes. Back
love
in
to
the
get their
day.
feedback because we can't afford to get playtesters.
Yes. Back then, where you was like, okay, sure, let's give this a shot. It's a low quality game. They went, yeah, let's see if people actually like this.
Mm.
Now, so many. It's been what? Oh God, it has been. It's been more than a decade, right?
Yeah, it's been like I'd say maybe 15 years or something.
Something like that. And I'm thinking about it just with that going, wow, this game back then people weren't exactly thinking that they were gonna do this well.
No, it was just a cult class. It was just like a cult game, not even a cult
Yes,
classic, just a cult game.
yes,
Like,
because many people didn't know about its existence. And then it just at one point just took off.
yeah. And now, if you want to get it, you have to buy it on any, like if you haven't bought it on the computer at least once, then any time that you want to get it, you have to buy it, new. Like
Yeah.
I remember I have a PS3 version of it that I got for Aiden, I mean for Solar on the pl on the PlayStation that I bought for him.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as I think I've purchased it off of Amazon so that he could play it on um technically my tablet at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, like so I mean I've purchased this game 3 times now.
Made their money
Luckily,
off of you.
luckily, the computer version, as long as you've bought it on the computer version once, then
Uh-huh.
you always have the computer version. So like this was bought for me for like $5 by Steven
Yes.
way back then, right? And now it's like $40 or something, like 30 or
It's
40.
$40 now?
Like I haven't double checked the price, but I know it's way more than $5 now.
Oh
But I
God.
am still playing this, and I only had the $5 spent on me for it.
Uh, well, that tells you guys when you find a game that's just starting out, you can look out and just pay the minimum price for it before
Yeah,
people actually think it's popular, and then
crazy,
they
right?
rack up the price by over 100%.
I mean, it's just one of those things. You get in on the ground level, and it does a thing, you know?
Yeah. All right. So let's see. We were talking about DC the last time we did this screen. So in
Um,
this,
you have not seen Multiverse of Madness yet, so we can't exactly go into that.
no, yeah, getting to actual theater is kind of hard for me.
It's the only reason I was able to do it was because we had a gift card. But man, it's like crazy expensive even with a gift card. Like we still had to like buy our own snacks and stuff.
Yes, yes, it's the theater. It,
Ow.
it is an actual event. It's like going to a game.
So
You sit there and go, yes, I got to pay for the ticket, then pay for concessions, then pay for
yeah,
all.
I just love how originally it was created as like, hey, this is something anyone can do. All you need is a dime and you're good to go.
Yes,
And now it's just like,
it was the same thing for most sporting events back then. But with everything that it competes with, it raised its prices. So we're now at the point where I remember as a child, tickets only costed like, not in the double digits.
yeah,
Now, like, oh, you're an adult, right? Yeah. You pay at least $15 for your ticket. Wait, what? Yep. Okay, what about the dollar theater? Does the dollar theater still exist? Yes, but now it's not dollar.
yeah. It's like I
What?
think it actually is now $2, isn't it?
That sounds about right.
I know the last
Last
time
time
I
I
had
went, it was
gone, it was a
$1.50.
yeah. Last time I had gone, it was $1.50, but I'm pretty sure I heard that it's like $2 now.
Yes. So yes, even the movies that people have seen and you can see on streaming services now, but if you want to see them in the theater, they still cost $2.
Oh, speaking of places that are called a thing but are actually another thing,
Uh huh.
um, the dollar store, Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
That it's still called the Dollar Tree, but
Yes.
everything in it is $1.25.
Yes. Same thing with, stuff like, Family Dollar. You go in there, you're like, okay, this is a dollar store. Where's the dollar products? And you sit there,
Well,
they
I
let
mean, for me, Family Dollar and Dollar General, like when I actually found out about them, they were always just um they were always just like the inexpensive but still not like dollar, you know?
Yeah, when I found out about them, they were dollars. Of course, I found out about them when I was, a little kid.
Uh,
I remember as a little kid, my mother complaining that there's nothing here for $1 anymore. And I was looking at her like, I thought this is a Dollar General, right? And she went, yes, son, it is. And and I went, oh yeah, she's upset about this because
yeah.
yeah, the thing she wants for $1 ain't $1 no more. So yeah, it used to be, $1 for the stuff, but like I said, that was way back then when the store apparently, first started its thing.
All right. So a thing that I was going to do the last time that I was playing on stream that I will
Uh-huh.
go ahead and continue doing this time while we're talking is I was
Uh-huh.
going to try and do stuff with the advancements. So like I had created an iron bucket. It's in one of the houses that I have. I'm not entirely sure which one. But I need to get lava.
You need lava.
Yeah, because in this one, see, fill a bucket with lava.
I'm sitting there going, you have an iron bucket. You're gonna try to fill it with lava, and I'm like, but but
Hey,
that
not
don't.
not real, not real.
Yeah,
It's still. Oh yeah, I should probably equip myself, huh?
yeah. It's nighttime. You need to, get the stuff ready for when
Yeah,
they
that's
try to
what you
murder you.
guys get for trying to chase after me. Everyone wants to kill me.
Yes,
You're not
you're one of the few things
special.
in the yeah, you're one
You
of the few
guys
things in
aren't
the world that's
special.
special.
Everyone wants to kill me. And I died. Look, there's my house. Okay, so I died somewhere over that way. Do I have anything I can, like, equip myself with in here? Got stone. No wood. Got arrows. Maybe I can pick up a bow from someone. I'm gonna go whack some people with an arrow. So yeah, I died somewhere over this way. I see my stuff. It's over there. You... Here, I'll hit you with an arrow too. See? Two can play at this game.
Wow. Mm. But
Okay.
anyway, let's see. As far as DC movies are concerned, what's the next one that's supposed to be coming out?
No, Lord. Um... Man, I am crap at keeping track of that stuff. Died
I know,
again.
no, I know, right? Because honestly, I stopped keeping track of DC's movies a long time ago.
So
I actually
I
keep
will
more track
say
of
I will say
MCU
the
stuff.
ones that I know are supposed to come out at some point.
Uh huh.
The Flash is supposed to come out at some point.
Yes, they're supposed to make a Flash movie.
Let's see if I can get to my safe haven over here. Good lord, how many of you guys are there?
A
God, I
lot.
feel like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark right now.
You pretty much are.
There, you guys can't get here. I'm
Then
just
watch
going
they
to
follow
chill
you.
here. No, I put a barrier. See?
Okay.
See, I put a barrier. They can't get here. It's actually really funny when they try to come at. It's really funny when they try and come at me though, cause
Uh
they fall and they just keep spinning around as they go down into the water.
huh.
All right, so like I said, I know the Flash is supposed to come out, and I think their plan with the Flash, from what I am gathering off of like the stuff that I've noticed, that I've seen. What was
Uh-huh.
that? Oh, I think one of the little swamp zombies are trying to come and get me now. I should have put a bed in here. Do I have any wool? Nope. Also, only have one piece of wood, so I wouldn't have been able to do it anyways. But
But that just means in the morning punch trees. It's fine.
so from what there's speculation that I've seen so far with the Flash movie is
Uh-huh.
it's going to be a Flashpoint movie,
Okay. All
and
right.
it's going to be how they kind of reset a lot of the DC um cinematic universe.
It needs it.
I mean,
The only thing that's actually working for it right now is Wonder Woman and Shazam, which I heard they're supposed to be making another Shazam
yeah,
movie.
they're in the process of making another Shazam movie as well.
And they both of them making Black Adam.
Yeah, I'm
Those are the only movies that I know about.
sort of curious about how they're going to do that one, by the way.
Oh, Black Adam?
Yeah, like, cause it's a
Oh, they're
movie
making an
about a
anti-hero movie.
yeah,
It's an anti-hero movie because,
but how is it supposed to be an anti-hero movie? Cause like
well,
he's usually just a villain, isn't he?
yes. Yes, but if you tell the story in a certain way, you can make it an anti-hero. Just like Venom was a normal, typical villain.
Yeah,
And if
but
you tell the story a certain way, he can be an anti-hero
well,
like he is
here's the thing about Venom though. Dang it, my stuff vanished right when I got to it. But
now.
yeah, here's the thing about Venom. In the comic books, it actually showed how Venom becomes a hero. So it's not like a huge jump. Like it's not just
Yeah,
like a from left field type of thing. Um, whereas with Black Adam, I don't think I've ever known him to be heroic. Like his entire thing was he was gifted the powers of Shazam and then decided to use them for selfish reasons. Isn't that right?
it depends on which version of Black Adam you're talking about. The version that they're doing is the one where Black Adam is older, is a lot older than Shazam, as in he's been around since Egyptian times.
I mean, that's
And it tells the story of that version of Black Adam where he was originally a slave and he freed his people and then he decided to conquer the earth.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the version they're going with. It is the try to get some sympathy for him because born a slave. everyone he killed were, mostly douchebags
Okay, I see what
compared
they're
to him.
doing. They're they've done this with The Rock before too,
Yes,
with
yes,
Scorpion King.
yes. The Rock doesn't want to play just bad guys, so you change it enough to make it so there's a possibility of him being okay.
Okay, well there's that floating house that I made. That island house that I made.
Is that a horse back there?
Yeah, that's a horse right there. So there's
Do
that.
you actually can you actually ride horses in this game?
You have to make a no, you can't make the saddle, I don't think. I think you have to find a saddle.
Because I'm like, if you can ride horses and horses actually give you something to actually, be able to get away from your enemies, that's actually a good reason to keep a horse.
Yeah, I think the horse is like we're gonna make this bridge wider. I think um I think you have to find the saddle. Cause at least last time I played you had to find a saddle. Uh, you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
Alright, just making sure, cause I already lost connection once with you, so.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Hey, there's the house. I think this is the one that has the iron bucket.
All right.
Might also have food. Let's find out.
Okay.
Cause I need to heal.
But yeah, yeah, the way they're doing Black Adam for, in this version of it is to make him an anti-hero. And the way that The Rock's been promoting it, he wants his second movie to have him fight Superman.
Okay then.
Yes, he's already trying to plan for a second movie. And I'm like, no one's seen the first one yet, man.
Hey, it's Dwayne Johnson. He knows that it's gonna happen.
Just his name's gonna get enough people into the theater. I'm still laughing at the fact of the last few movies he's done. They've all made jokes about the fact of, okay, the last few movies you've done have all had a jungle theme. What's up with that?
Yeah. Alright, so there's the bucket.
Even the one that he did on Netflix, what was it called? Red? What was that thing called?
Um, Red Notice.
Yeah, Red Notice. Even that one, they put in a jungle thing so he can trek in the jungle. You're like,
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
They did indeed do that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, but this didn't need that. You were literally in the Alps at one point in a prison or somewhere in the mountains. This did not need a jungle theme portion of this.
Alright, I need a couple of things. Thing one, I need food so I can not be nearly dead when I go trekking into the underground to find lava.
So that means kill a bunch of chickens and sheep.
Yep.
Unless you want that horse meat.
If I can find some cows, that would be the best, because they'll give me leather, which means I can actually have some armor. But, let's see. So yeah, Shazam, The Flash.
Think they supposed to be making another Aquaman movie?
Yeah, they are indeed doing it there. That's the next DC one that's gonna come out, I think.
What?
The new Aquaman movie. I think that's the next one.
Really?
Yeah. And due to all of the craziness around the whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff, they've
Mm-hmm.
there's been rumor that they have actually hey, there's cows. There's been rumor that her parts in Aquaman has actually been cut almost entirely out.
I doubt they're doing that because wasn't she playing? What was her role again in the
She
first
was
one?
playing Mira, so I mean, her
Yeah.
role
So
is a pretty big role, but at the same time, for an Aquaman movie, it's very simple to just have her entire part be cut down to like the beginning of the movie
yes,
and then her not appear again until the end of the movie. Like it'd be
y-
very simple because I mean, think about all the times that you've seen Aquaman have a big role in like one of the animated movies. You
yes,
know, she's there for like 2 seconds.
yes,
And like for the most part, she is constantly considered a badass because she is the
yes,
most powerful spellcaster in Atlantis.
yes.
But at the same time, when it's not in an actual TV series, it's very easy to cut her part down pretty far.
True, true.
Okay. I've got enough food. Now I need the other thing that I need, which is wood. Because I don't want to run out of stuff. So yeah. Um, I don't know if that's true. Because, you know, Warner Brothers has already sided with Amber Heard with this whole thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like, they've already sided with her once, so it's not too hard to see them as deciding that they're going to double down, but at the same time, it would probably be a good idea for them to go, you know what, we're gonna wait until this is all settled before we double
But that's a
down on
good
anything.
vote for the whole fact of yeah. Let's wait on the Aquaman movie. What you mean? We already shot it. Well, yes, we have to now do some creative editing. What?
Like, yeah, we might have to somehow kill her just
But
to make it to where she's not in it. And it's just like the fans are like, you could cast Emilia Clarke. And yeah, honestly, if you've seen Emilia Clarke, when someone did a thing where they took Emilia Clarke's photo and gave her red hair and put her in Mira's outfit,
uh-huh.
she looks wonderful. Like she would work wonderfully for it.
Yes, but at the same time, it's one of those things of, oh God, we already have a canon in character person doing this. Do we want to Dumbledore this and have a new one every movie?
You have to. I would like to go ahead and point out that they already did that for Johnny Depp's character in the new Fantastic Beasts movie.
I haven't seen that.
Neither have
Haven't
I.
even bothered.
I haven't seen it either, but I know that they did that. That is a thing they did.
Well, it's the series
They,
where I literally go to Dumbledore effect and
yeah.
look at that. Now it's the Grindelwald effect.
So,
Like, oh God damn, they changed it. Yep, they changed it. It's fine.
and apparently, Disney, they
Yeah, Disney.
they
Yeah,
they
Disney just
said
went.
they said he was not gonna be able to play Jack Sparrow anymore.
Yeah.
And now, because of them doing that, if even like I think they've actually ever since the evidence came out saying that um he did not actually do it. Um, ever since that came out, I've heard that they've since gone back and been like, "Hey, we're sorry. We will totally put you back as Jack Sparrow." And now he's just like, "Oh, no, no. You didn't believe me when it was important. So now I'm not going to just come back to you because that's just ridiculous."
Well,
You know?
it's one of those moments of you've been playing a character for so long, and then all of a sudden someone goes, "Hey, we gotta let you go." Why? Because of he said, she said things. So
It's all about
you're
the
not
he
gonna
said,
wait
she
to see
said
how this
bullshit.
works. You're gonna just go ahead and catch your losses? Yes. Okay, then your company. I have to agree with that. Then they
Yeah.
go back a year late, almost a year later. Go, hey friend. You go, f you. What?
Yep. Pretty
F you.
much.
I'm not your friend no more. You already got someone else. That's your new friend. I don't work with you. I don't think he's gonna be working with Disney for a long time, or if ever again.
Probably not gonna work with Warner Brothers. I mean, in all honesty, Johnny Depp has enough money to
Johnny
where he
Depp can be
doesn't
done.
have to be. He doesn't have to continue doing stuff. You
Yes,
know?
he can be done. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he just decides to be done and every once in a while does something for another company that's voice acting
I I
and just
would I
make
would
his money
say
by that.
I would say what I would not be too surprised happens if he
Uh-huh.
just only starts doing stuff for Tim Burton. You know, just like, yeah, I'm done with all these other companies. So now anytime that I'm doing something, it's just for Tim Burton. You know? Like that wouldn't be too surprising.
That does make some sense. Him and Tim Burton. Tim Burton's one of the few people that can actually call him and go, "Hey, I know you hate these guys, but I need you for a role. Don't worry, it's not an actual acting. It's voice acting. It's for an animated thing. Come on, I just need to say some lines. How about we do it in your house so you feel safe?"
Do it on your island.
You can put a voice studio on your island, right? So that we can do it again.
But yeah. I guess while that's going, I will go ahead and play around over here. Here, try and get the star while being blown up.
Oh goodness.
Oh, look like I managed to get the star somehow. That was funny.
Oh
There's
goodness.
some new names in here. Do we have viewers? I don't remember those names when I started the stream up. Oh, I haven't logged in on my new phone to my thing. I have to reset my phone on that later. Let's see.
But yeah, I think at this point, Johnny Depp's gonna be done with most of his acting because at this point, how old is Johnny Depp?
I mean, he's fairly old. Like,
I was trying to think about that. Going, how old is he? Is he at that point where you go, if all of you are retired now?
I mean, he could probably, because I mean, you have to remember, he is 58. He is not technically at retirement age yet.
Yeah,
He's got
that's what I'm saying.
two
That
more
he's still getting
years
plenty of
before
voice acting.
he's got 2 more years before he's in retirement age.
So yeah, plenty of stuff to do as voice acting. Because at this point, Bruce Willis finally retired. I was looking that up the other day and went, he's retired now?
You know, I should probably plant some of those trees. So Bruce
And yeah,
Willis actually decided to retire?
yes.
Hmm.
Because you notice that the last major film he did for actual theaters was a while ago.
Yeah,
And
he
he's done a
did.
lot. And I do mean he cranked out a lot of,
He'll probably
yeah.
wind up being back in the Expendables. Because I think I heard that they're going to be trying to do a new one of those.
Would that be the fourth one?
Yes. Yes, that
But
would be
yeah,
the fourth one.
yeah. But yeah, I heard that, since he finally decided to retire, but before he retired, he cranked out so many straight to video, straight to streaming services, movies that he just went, "Yep, I'm done now." You're done? Yeah, I did. I made the allotted amount so that I had to make. I'm done.
I mean, that's fair. When you work that hard for that long, you should be done when you feel like it.
That, and also according to what I was reading, and then looked up on YouTube, he may actually be having medical issues.
That'd be sad.
And you just like, all right, you made enough movies at this point. Yeah, I don't even know how old he actually is.
He's probably like well in his 60s.
Yes, so I'm like, good job. You've been an action hero for that long. Congratulations.
See.
You,
Yeah,
you, you,
he's 67. He is well in
yes,
his 60s.
yes. He's at that point of retirement. It's a very good idea.
So I definitely would not be surprised if the only reason he comes out of retirement for anything is going to be if a friend, and there's water. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's see if this direction has less water. This way?
But yeah,
Keep on finding water.
we're at that point right now that a lot of the actors that we used to know are now at that age of, do I want to continue to do this or if it?
I mean, they're also running into like a lot of the issue of just like, having to deal with the, new, the modern age makes it a little bit more difficult to deal with things.
Yes. I've also had to joke with someone else that when I realized something that they can do now because of how technology works. Technically, you can have an actor if they decide that they want to go fully digital with it, never retire, because you
Oh,
just implant them into the movie
I
at the
mean,
age
yeah.
that they need to be.
I
You just
mean,
like, God
yeah,
dang it.
that's definitely a true thing.
You sit
When
there and
we
go,
when we went and saw Doctor Strange,
uh-huh,
um, it pulled up like it got to the part of the credits with the visual effects team.
uh-huh.
Man, if you lined up straight down the visual effects team, what the person and what their job was, and just lined it up side by side with the rest of the entire credits, it
Yes.
would probably overlap at least 3 times.
Yes, movies are visual spectacular. The actor
Like,
does his part, but honestly, the visual people do much more.
yeah, especially with some of with like the Marvel movies and stuff right now, because like you have to recognize the fact that Doctor Strange, if there was no visual effects team, it would just look like a bunch of people running around going, "Whoa," with their hands just like slap their hands together, pretending like they're doing something, and then absolutely nothing happens, and then another person just sort of falls down, you know?
Yes, with certain movies, you sit there and go, how big is that visual effects team? Well, you go with Doctor Strange, you go, God dang, that's huge. Yes,
Ow, who hit
Spider-Man,
me?
that's pretty big too.
Spider-Man would be
Thing.
pretty big, but you could still do a Spider-Man movie without that much.
You
Ow.
know the ones that didn't need that much to do with visual effects, but it was mostly their costume department.
Huh.
with stuff like Captain America.
Oh yeah.
Visual effects for the first Captain America movie, not not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
Now
definitely.
that no Civil War, on the other hand, that was big. That was a lot of visual effects.
But like Spider-Man could definitely be done without a ton of visual effects as long as you have a good stunt team.
I was gonna say you heavily relying on the stunt team at that point, but yes,
Well, I mean, that's what places used to do, just rely on their stunt team.
yeah, you are right because stuntmen were very valuable, and now you get to the point of, all right, we need a stuntman for what? In case the actor doesn't want to do this, but you go, isn't this done virtually now? Like it's not even a real building anymore. He's just gonna be running on a green slab because that's cheaper than actually having to run down a building. It's gonna be on the green screen. And he's like, still need a stunt man. Don't want him to sprain his ankle.
I mean,
Okay.
but then on top of that, you also have like people like Tom Holland who's just like, I can do all my own stunts, you know?
Yes. Yes, we do still have a few of those in the industry
Shoot.
because I
But
still
like,
remember back in the day where I was always impressed by Jackie Chan
yeah,
and the fact that he, everything that he ever really, was on the screen, he actually was doing. And you're like, dude, this is you running down a building.
um, I lost my sword.
I don't think you can run away from this anymore, can you?
I
You just have to put a punching creepers. Have fun.
I just need to get up here to the steps. But yeah, I lost my sword. When that creeper killed me, my sword also went boom.
Yes, but yeah, yeah. We still have certain people that actually do their own stunts.
So
I
yeah.
have not seen his Uncharted movie yet.
Oh, that one was good. Like I enjoyed that movie.
Do you have to be a fan of the Uncharted series to actually enjoy the movie?
I don't think so. More than
Um,
likely, more than likely. I mean, I played through 3 of the games.
yes.
I'd say more than likely being a fan would actually cause you to like sit there and be like, but that's not how it happens. A lot more than most of the than like a person who just went to enjoy
Decided to
watching the
watch the movie.
movie. Did I lose all my
Hey, I
coal too?
understand.
Oh no, there it is. Okay.
I understand. It's like watching the first Percy Jackson movies, and you
Oh
just sit there
Lord.
go, "Yeah, I read the book. Said no, please stop."
Yeah.
But if you hadn't read the books, you
Like
sit there, you actually can enjoy the movie
I
because you
mean
ain't
like
bothered.
even even like with that, it's like my biggest issue like I know Ganymation's biggest issue is one that he's going to have to kind of face coming up with the new series, and that's the fact that Annabeth was not how she was described in the book. But my biggest issue was actually like a lot of the inaccuracies with the mythology,
Uh-huh.
because it's like that was one of the big things
That the
about.
author actually cared about.
Yeah, because I mean, he was a history teacher for years before
Yes.
he became Rick Riordan, the author.
Yes, I know.
And the like the best thing that like the thing that I can gather is that he did this in order to help teach kids.
Yes.
And those movies did not do that.
Yeah. They went with let's make money, not be accurate, which
And
is,
that was the thing that pissed me off the most. Because, like, with me, I understood to a certain degree why they decided to age up the kids for the movie.
Yes, that makes sense. It's Hollywood.
Yeah,
They don't want to
it's
pay
it's not even
all the.
it's not even that. It's they wanted to get the movie done and to use children under the age of 16, you have to work with their um with the um child labor laws,
Yes,
which say that no child below the age of 15 or 16 can work can work more than a certain number of hours. That's why they usually, when they need a kid, they'll usually get twins.
yes. So that way you can replace the other one with the other one,
Right.
and you go, yeah, they're just working shifts. It's fine. You can still
So,
do that movie.
yeah, and that's why, like, for instance, Mary-Kate and Ashley were a thing because they were twins on Full House. Like in Full House, they were one child.
Yes, but there's two of them,
Yeah.
so
So
the
they were
child could
able
be in
to
every
oh shoot,
scene.
I just fell into a bad place. Shoot.
It's one of those moments you got to punch your way out.
Oh, crud. I think I'm just going to die.
You, you do like you're in a bad place.
Lord. That was not great. What difficulty do I have this set on? It's just on normal.
You were down deep on the ground with so it made sense.
Lord. But but yeah, that's why they'll use like, you know, the child in Big Daddy. That was two children, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. They use twins in order to get by.
Yes,
So, um
unless you
but
can find a bunch of twins for all your actors.
yeah, cuz like in
It,
this particular case, it was going to be like they would have needed um three sets of twins.
yes,
And ow.
yes, it was going to be one of those moments of, yeah, you're not getting that because at least Grover can be an adult, even though he has to look like an adult that can pass for a teenager.
Yeah.
And then you have the rest
Darn.
of the camp who
Man,
could all
I
also
am
be adults that look like teenagers.
I don't think I can get my stuff.
I don't think so. I think your stuff's gone.
That means I have to get more iron.
Yes. Yes, you have to go digging now because your
Let me
bucket's
go
gone.
punch a tree. There's a lot of trees over there. Let's go that way, I guess. Ow.
but yeah, yeah. With the way this works, at least with the new series that they're supposed to be doing, I think that's what they're doing, a series, not a movie.
Yeah, they're doing a series this time.
So
They're gonna be trying to like do um one season per book.
that's possible. We've
And
seen them done a movie per book,
now
and the movie sucked.
I
So
will
a season.
say I'm completely fine with the choices that they have for who they chose for the trio.
Uh huh.
Um, I was saying earlier that Ganimation is definitely gonna have to make sure that he gives the girl who's playing Annabeth a shot. And I will also say I have seen plenty of black girls pull off that half and half blonde look, and it is beautiful.
Uh huh.
So I fully expect her to do a great job.
Gotcha.
Um, and Ganimation is already prepared to, you know, trust Rick Riordan's decision.
I was gonna say in this version of the thing, Rick Ryan is actually being a part of it, right?
Yeah, he and his wife actually are current. They just bought a condo in the city that they are doing the filming
Mm-hmm.
because they are that closely involved with it that they actually needed to be in the city of
So yes,
so that he could give his input.
so yes, I don't think that the series is gonna be bad since the author's actually being involved, unlike the movie where the author went, "Here, give me my money, I'll trust you,"
It wasn't
and
even so
then
much that. It wasn't even so much that. They just didn't let him get involved, but he was contractually obligated to promote the movie during the time, but he
oh, so
apparently
they just pretty much bought out his name and rights
yeah, and
so that
did
they could do the
yeah,
movie, and
and
then didn't
didn't
let
let
him
him
actually put in the input.
yeah.
Okay.
So when Disney bought the rights to it, when
Uh
they
huh.
took over the studio that had done it,
Uh huh.
um and he went in to try and see if they would do it, he was super happy. Like he was talking about it, and like right now if you go to his website, he's got an entire blog that he's doing during for the like his part, like talking about his part in the creation of the new series.
Okay. See, this is what happens when you actually make the author happy that they gave you this.
Yeah, like I'm definitely expecting this to be a really good series.
All the thing I can say is it's gonna be better than the actual movies.
But yeah, the
That's about
girl,
it.
I will say that some of
The
these
movies weren't made
toxic
by Disney, right?
no,
The
the
movies were made
movies were made by a studio that Disney recently purchased.
so Fox.
I think it was like a Fox subsidiary.
Okay, Fox.
But and I really, if there are any fans the of Rick Riordan out there, I want all of you to recognize that it is toxic behavior to go after the person that they got to play Annabeth without seeing her do anything yet. That is horrible behavior. You're acting like toxic Star Wars fans right now, and you need to back the hell off because this little girl looks like she has plenty of attitude for this part. And I for one cannot wait to see exactly what she brought to this character that made Rick Riordan love her so much.
Hey, you know how people you know how people are, man. They go, this doesn't match what you had in the book, so we're gonna be upset, and you just have to accept that. Some people want their stuff to be very accurate,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm like,
those people make it to where like the entire fandom becomes toxic. Like look at Star Wars
oh
and
yes,
just the
I don't
toxic
talk about Star
fandom,
Wars.
just that's the thing that I'm talking about. The fact that it makes it to where you don't even want to talk about Star Wars. It's one of my favorite fandoms,
Uh
but I
huh.
absolutely hate the community and I'm afraid to start talking to people about stuff about Star Wars
Well,
because it
Star Wars at
risks.
this point is one of those movie series that's almost like talking about a religion. And you sit there, you go, okay, how deep into this are you? Oh, you're not just a normal fan. You're one of those extra fans that go,
Yeah,
since it wasn't the correct lightsaber in the scene,
yeah,
you all upset. And I'm like, oh, for the love of God, it's a lightsaber. Leave it alone.
one of my favorite responses to the toxic Star Wars fandom that I've seen was someone did this thing where it's like they're doing a support line for Star Wars
Uh-huh.
and um the person answering is like, all right, so you're calling to complain about Rey Skywalker. So let's go ahead and get some stuff over with. Did you enjoy either the prequels or the originals? Yes. Did you purchase merchandise? Yes. Did you like goes through this whole list like did you basically support did you basically financially support the franchise at any point in time during your entire existence on this planet?
Uh-huh.
And do you still enjoy those things? Do, did did the new movies that some people do like make it to where you no longer are able to enjoy the originals? And it's just that whole thing of like if you are answering no, you still enjoy the originals despite this, then yeah, your argument is completely invalid. It did not destroy your childhood. It does not destroy your love for the stuff. All you have to do is not watch those movies. So yeah, that was one of my favorite responses. Dude, there is no reason for that. Well, looks like I need food. I'm gonna store some stuff up here so that maybe I don't have to like redo everything every time that I start over.
Yes. Yes, you're gonna I would say this. Next time you may want to just make multiples of the stuff of the equipment that you need to go down. Because it looks like this is not a one and done kind of adventure.
Yeah, unfortunately, trying. What? Dude! God. These people. Is this the house that I have a bed in? I need to make another bed.
Sound like you need
I
to
will
make a couple of
I
beds.
will say something that's really cool about this place. Let me show you.
Uh-huh.
Because like I said, this is the tower thing. I have little places where you can walk out and just like look down on everything. It gets
Mm-hmm.
really funny when you find one of those, like that guy right there. You see the black speck over there
Yeah.
that's moving. So when you're faced with that guy, he kind of looks like he just vanishes when he moves sometimes. But when you actually have like this high perspective on him and just
Uh-huh.
watch him for a bit, you'll actually see he doesn't vanish. He just moves super fast. Like, did you see that?
Oh,
Yeah, he just moves super fast. He doesn't actually teleport.
gotcha.
That guy was created as sort of a response to um that the Slenderman.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I want to do right quick? Do I have any saplings? No. No saplings.
But yeah, if they actually made the series, which, I would be, happy that they would. They have plenty of stuff to go on. They have at least at this point, how many book series now? The first
Okay, so
four.
you've got Percy Jackson and the Olympians,
Mm-hmm.
which by itself gives you 7 seasons.
Yes.
Then you have the Heroes of Olympus, which I think is what is it, 5, 6?
I think six.
And then just talking about the Greek mythology stuff, or the Greek and Roman mythology stuff. After that you have the Trials of Apollo, which is like four
Four.
books.
I want to say 4, maybe 5.
So I mean, just right there,
That's
you
almost.
have let's see, what was that, like 17 seasons of this
I would say
show?
you're close to 20 seasons of a show.
And then on top of that, you can throw in things like Magnus Chase as a new series,
Yes,
which gives you another like 3 books
yes.
or 3 seasons of that. And then on top of that, you have the Kane Chronicles giving you another 3 or 4 seasons.
I was gonna say you have a bunch of spin-off shows that could all have 3 seasons.
So, like, they could milk this thing for years.
Yes, they could.
The biggest problem that I see is that they're going to have to film some of them pretty close together.
Basically, they all have to be greenlit all in a row consecutively
Yeah,
at the same time.
essentially they all have to be filmed and done within the span of like I
A
think
decade.
not even no, even less than a decade cuz he's like 13 in the first book,
Uh
like
huh.
12 or 13
Uh
in the
huh.
first book. The prophecy is for when he becomes 16, okay?
Yes.
And then after that, Heroes of Apollo takes place like about a year after the first one, I think. The
Talking about
first one,
heroes.
the Heroes of Olympus series, I think it takes place about a year after the last book. But
But the
then it
books happen a year apart from each other, don't they?
no, the Heroes of Olympus series happens straight. Like, because by the time Magnus Chase series happens, Percy
Mm-hmm.
is only just then about to go to college, which means he is just then about to turn 18 during during their trials of Apollo.
I would say he'd be 19 in that book since he'd be going
No,
to college,
he'd be
according to.
about to go to college, which means he's 18. He goes to college on the last book, which means that he would be turning 19 coming up this next year, which means they would have to film all this stuff from from the Lightning Thief all the way to the end of the Trials of Apollo, the snake, what's it called? It's got snake in it in the name, but all the way to that one
Mm-hmm.
within the span of like 6 years.
That's not happening. In Hollywood, that wouldn't happen.
No, that
Unless they
that
just,
actually can happen. Like Infinity
unless they do some
War.
major editing.
Well, here's the thing. They can indeed do that type of thing. Infinity War and Endgame were actually filmed back to back, which means that freaking everyone that was in that was in Endgame
Mm-hmm.
knew most of the plot before, like, for an entire year, or I guess 2 years really, before everyone else found out.
Yes, but that's just 2 movies. Doing that with a series that will probably be, at least 8 episodes a season.
I
You're
mean,
going with that many.
they'll need to at least get the Percy Jackson series finished within 3 years.
Yes,
Like that is a thing that they're gonna need to do because once they're 16, you can sort of fudge a little bit between 16 to 19. I
uh-huh.
mean, look at Zac Efron. He was playing a high school student for like well into his 20s.
Yes, we're going to get that in the other series. That's why I'm saying that. Yeah, it's going to take them 10 years to do this, and that's how they're gonna claim it. They're gonna do each block in 3-year segments, and technically that will be okay because the main cats will all be the right ages. but everybody else that's going to be brought in for their guest appearance or their, few episodes of the in the series, thing, they're going to be off-putting because you're like, I remember what your age should be. You're not the right age.
Right. Of course, the ones that they're really gonna need to make sure they cast properly is gonna be like people like Thalia Chase, or not Thalia Chase. What? Why did not Chase? Thalia Grace. Thalia Grace.
Okay.
Because before she turns 16, she stops aging.
Uh-huh.
But then she comes back in Heroes of Olympus,
Yes.
which means that everyone else will have aged at least 2 years before she returns, and she will be the same age. So they'll really have to make sure they cast someone that is
That's just
definitely
mostly
going to basically stay the same looking age for years.
honestly, I know what they were doing with that one. That was going to be multiple castings because at that point, you will have a series in between, so people won't remember the one-off appearance of that character.
I mean, Thalia Grace, she
'Cause, yeah, there's a little series in between that. So
she
that's the sad
pops
part.
up. She pops up fairly, like, kind of semi frequently.
Yeah, semi. That means that you can edit all those out and just say they came, they went, they did help, and they left.
I
Wait.
totally messed up something. Oh. Can I burn string? Nope, I cannot. Oh well. I'll just put that
But
away.
yeah, that's my prediction for that one. They would just say that, stuff happened off screen. She came and went, and I'm like, yeah, that's cheaper. That's a lot cheaper than having all of them appear and do their stuff. So yeah, that they'll go that route. And so you'll never see that character again until you actually need to. And then they'll just, change out actresses. And that makes it cheaper and more efficient to do it that way.
I kind of hope they don't do it that way. I kind of hope that they really try hard and to do everything that they need to do properly.
Yeah, but that's I'm trying to think about this as the company as a
The
business.
company is Disney, which means quite literally, they're actually the type of people who could and would go ahead and just for the next 3 years, just you guys are doing this
Yes, 3
and
years.
just do it and
Yes.
just have them play those characters and go through all the seasons for those 3 years, and them get all of the books done, because that, in all honesty, it would actually be kind of cost efficient for them to do that, because if they do that now before these kids blow up, then they get them at a discount.
Yes. Yes.
Like, it actually would be like very cheap for them to do it this way.
Yeah, you would think that, but it's also business. They want to see how the first season actually does, where they sink in a bunch of other stuff.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to probably greenlight the first and second season, I would say.
Yes. Yes.
Before they really do anything else beyond that. But I will
Yeah.
also say that that would actually be the perfect time for them to do their reevaluation, because the first and second season do happen within the same year.
Well, wait. Wasn't the first 2 books
The first book
a year
happened.
apart?
No, they weren't. The first book happens during the summer. The second book happens during the winter of
Was
the
it the
same
winter?
year.
Why am I remembering as it was they both started in the summer? Why?
Because Battle of the Labyrinth, or Labyrinth, what was it? Battle of the Labyrinth? I think it was Battle of the Labyrinth. Started in the summer.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
the first book starts in the summer,
Summer.
and the second book actually starts in the winter of that same year.
Okay. All right.
I think it might be fall technically, but thereabouts.
There about. Okay.
I'm finding copper. Wait, is this what I need? Is that what I need? No, that was more copper. Don't want copper.
You can make a copper bucket.
I don't think I can actually.
Really?
I don't like. I think you can only make an iron bucket.
Wow. Like, but it's copper. People made everything out of copper in the beginning.
Dude, I have so much copper. If I find out that I can indeed make a copper bucket, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. I probably should see if I can make a copper sword at the very least, because
Yes, you
again, I
need.
have a ton of copper in one of my homes.
Oh god. But yeah, yeah. When it comes to the future of a series that hasn't even had its first season, I'm hesitant to even make guesses just because the fact of yeah. Even though I love the books, the newer generation of people may not even find these this worth giving it a shot.
I think these books are still recent enough. Like,
Because the first set of books was how long ago now?
well, the first set of books has been a while, but um,
So unless they just decide to go directly to the latest set of books first,
but you also have to recognize that Disney has been doing a really good job at taking something that most people did not know and turning it into a household name, you know?
yes, yes,
As whereas I don't fully agree with a lot of the people who analyze films and they're saying that Iron Man was practically a nobody because I mean I didn't super follow the comic books that well, but I knew Iron Man really well.
yes,
He had video games about him. I mean, he
yes,
he had TV shows about him. I mean, but on the other hand, you know, like Green Arrow, um, that that was proven to be just like a total just wow, who would have thought that this character would have been super popular? And when Disney saw that that could be done, Disney decided to go and try it with their own stuff, you know?
yes,
So like for instance, Ant-Man. Not many people know him other
yes,
than like a possible joke,
yes.
but he's kind of one of the favorites in the what is this? Wait, I think I recognize this. Oh, it's not what I thought. Okay. But yeah, he's now one of the characters that is kind of a lot of people's favorite now.
Yes.
What did I just get there? Iron. Iron.
All right, you finally at the point where you can find the iron now.
All right. Finding some iron. Now I can go and make a bucket.
Like I said, you may want to make 2 buckets or 3.
Okay, I do have 8 pieces, so I can indeed make 2.
But yeah, I noticing that you're gonna die multiple times, and you may want to at least make at least 2 to 3 cheers, so that way you won't have to do this again.
I mean, to be fair, I've never had this much trouble finding lava.
Well, it's lava, so I can understand having trouble because you literally have to go so deep down that
That's what I'm trying to say. I have never had this much trouble finding lava. Ever in this game. Lava is usually one of the easiest things to accidentally find.
Well,
It is
apparently,
so easy to accidentally find it that it has become a rule. Do not dig down because you will always find lava.
well, maybe they decided to change that in the patch. So
Maybe.
you dug so deep down at this point that I'm like, are you sure you're not on top of a mountain? I'm like,
Ran out of pickaxes.
they don't want to just sit there and punch, iron.
If I did that, I would waste it because even after I did punch it long enough to get
Break it.
stuff, it would not actually give me anything. You have to use pickaxe on iron. Unless
Oh,
they've changed that. Which that's one of those things that I wouldn't understand why they changed because giving reason for stuff like that, it makes sense.
mm-hmm.
But yeah. Um Speaking of Arrow and the Arrowverse,
Mm-hmm.
let's go ahead and say spoiler warning. Because I would like to talk about not the most recent episode because I know you didn't see it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I would definitely like to talk about the other episode that happened last week.
All right.
Did you see that coming?
Uh,
She's been
honestly,
trying to kill herself like all season.
yeah, I was gonna say honestly, it's one of those moments of, okay, all right. So she finally got to that point of, not wanting to die.
And
I went,
that's, of
oh,
course, when they have to kill her.
yeah. I'm like, okay, fine. So I realized during that, I'm like, okay, she doesn't want to die. She's gonna do something stupid. Oh God, they're gonna kill her. And I was
So,
just like, okay, fine, fine. The character dies now.
now I will say that there is something in the most recent episode that I am looking forward to being able to talk to you about.
Okay.
But the most recent episode, not doing any spoilers for that one,
Uh-huh.
other than to say what that one's about. That one is just about the funeral for Frost.
I kind of figured, because it's a character that's been in existence since what season was it? Season 2 or 3?
3. Believe
Okay.
3.
Okay.
I think season 3 was Savitar. No,
Oh.
she's been in existence. Okay, that particular character has only been in that particular version of that character has only been in existence since season 3. Killer Frost in the series has been in existence since season 2.
Okay.
But she's not the Killer Frost that just recently died.
Yeah.
Cuz that one has only been in existence since season 3 with Savitar.
So yeah, at this point, it's been quite a few seasons for this character to live, and now
She definitely changed from what she was in the comic books, because in the comic books, she was just a killer.
like I said, they like to take villains and make them anti-heroes. I don't on honestly, I understand it from a dramatic point of view because you give a lot more story, a lot more story out of it than you just ha ha ha, I'm the villain, ha ha ha, I have no soul, ha ha ha, let me kill things. Instead, you get a person.
I'm hearing a spider right now, but I don't see any.
It's
Because
underground, and you're gonna.
that's the only thing I can think.
It's underground. As soon as y'all know it's just gonna bite the mess out you. It's fine.
Well, luckily I have a weapon, and it's only a spider. If it winds up being more than just a single spider, then I might be a little in trouble.
I was saying, then you clear that brick, and all of a sudden it's a spider nest. There's 8 of them. Oh God.
Oh, there
Oh,
it
how
is.
you
I
gonna
see
do
it. I see it.
Okay.
Haha. Killed it while it was stuck. But yeah, so Killer Frost has been in the, in the Arrowverse since season 2 of The Flash.
Yes.
But this particular Killer Frost has only been in since season 3 with Savitar. And then on top of that, she's only been this, character for real for like, I think they got split in season 5.
What season are we on right now? Season 8 or 9?
I don't know.
I got all mixed up when they did that thing where they did a
They're
mid-season break
on
that turned into a real season finale.
they're on season 8.
Okay.
They are on season 8 right now.
So she's been in existence for at least 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good enough to have a funeral.
So, yeah, the most recent episode was the funeral episode.
Gotcha.
And also like the episode where they have to have their moment of complete disarray when dealing with
Yes.
with that. It's like a simple villain that they have to deal with, but because their heads are all messed up,
It gets a lot,
yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's one of those things of, yes, the team is all, discombobulated because someone died. You're like, it was, honestly, it's one of those moments where I want to actually just say, guys, it was Frost. It was the person you called when things got out of hand. If this is random, bank robbery, you didn't call Frost. Frost was not needed for the random bank robbery. The Flash is good enough.
I will say the main reason why there were some issues is because of the fact that it's like, so used to calling out for Frost that it made it to where there was just like this moment of just where Chuck got real confused because he was like saying, "All right, Frost, do the yeah." That type of thing.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. They wanted to pull that. All right. That's fine.
Yeah, they just wanted to have an easy way of showing that everyone's screwed up.
Yes.
You'll actually be like, I was actually confused. Like I said, not spoiling this or anything. It's literally something that happens at the beginning of the episode.
Uh-huh.
But for some weird reason, they took Cecile to the fight.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
I'm confused. I'm like, is she supposed to be now a crime fighting member? I'm like, she's an attorney, right?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. But she
She
was
took an
brought,
attorney to the super villain fight.
and it wasn't like an A rank villain or anything. It was just like one of those super strong ones. But still,
Again,
it was a villain with a superpower that has nothing to do with with like mind stuff. You know,
And you took the mind specialist there. And why? It's just one of the moments of why though.
yeah. Like I did not understand that at all.
Like, okay, we need a scene for Cecile. Okay, does it have to make sense? I guess not. What you mean you guess not? At this point, we're just phoning it in. It's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna have her there. Just show up. No, that would make more sense. Okay,
It's like,
you go to
okay, so
break.
she's going to like be there when they find out about it, and she's gonna like give them the heads up about what's going on. No, no. Flash is gonna speed her in along with Allegra.
Um, um,
Why?
why? Why? If she just randomly was there as a passerby, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Then the
totally.
Flash brings her. Like,
But yeah, the
was there?
Flash, like it makes more sense to bring Joe
Yes.
because at
Yes,
least
it makes more
Joe
sense.
is completely used to stuff like that because he was a police officer.
Yes, it makes
She,
more sense to bring the retired police
yeah,
officer than to
she
bring.
is and always has been an attorney.
Yes.
It makes no sense to bring her. But yeah, so she was brought to the crime scene for some reason. I guess because they felt they needed a replacement for or for Frost. It's like, all right, we need a replacement for our person who can freeze things. Okay, how about a person with empathy censoring powers?
um. Um.
Empathy, I mean, they both have an I type sound to them.
You? Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, um, I will say the fight between Frost and the big bad was a little short.
Yes. Yes. When you power up a character that much, you're like, okay, we're expecting a nice long fight, right? No.
Yeah, I
What you
kind of
mean
would have
no?
expected like an entire episode devoted to the fight.
Yes. I was like, okay, we're gonna get this DBZ fight. That's 20 minutes of actual fight, right? No. What you mean? You're getting 5-minute fight.
Yeah, like
Mm, seriously?
I would have expected it to be something more along the lines of like they, she goes and she saves everyone and then they end the episode with, all right, now let's figure out where this guy is and we're going to take the fight to him. And that's where you end the episode. Now, I say that I do understand why they did it this way. Okay?
Okay.
Dana Patter whatever. Yeah, that the Killer Frost actress.
Yes, the one that plays both Caitlyn and her. Yeah.
She's pregnant.
Makes sense.
If you know that, you can actually like rewatch some of the episodes this season and notice some of the interesting ways that they find to try and cover her baby bump.
Yes.
Like one of the ways is if you have noticed, Killer Frost, or I keep saying Killer Frost. He hasn't been Killer Frost in like
It's
like
Killer
a while.
Frost. It's Killer Frost.
But Frost has been wearing kind of baggy 90s grunge type clothing
Yes. Yes, instead of what she used to wear.
as opposed to what she used to wear.
Yeah.
It makes sense to a certain degree with her character,
Yes.
but
It was
the
show and tell
entire
with the-
reason why they did that is because it was easier to cover the baby bump
Yes.
and they didn't have to edit out quite as much because of it.
Yes. Yes. Clothing hides a lot.
And then Caitlyn constantly wears her clothes that are, easy to become like she's been wearing like a coat most of the time.
I'm gonna say she's been wearing a coat, and you're like, aren't you the person that used to be, able to generate ice? You shouldn't be that coat.
So
And it's
but
summer,
yeah,
right?
so that they use those, and a lot of the way that they shot scenes, they would make sure that it would get an angle that would easily cover up stuff.
Yes,
The
yes.
times that you can really tell that she's pregnant now, again,
Uh
you
huh.
kind of have to be looking for it,
Uh
but
huh.
whenever she's lying down, it's harder for them to completely take it out.
I'm gonna say, don't they just usually focus on her face whenever she lies down?
Most of the time they can. There are times when she's lying down that they can't do that.
And you see
So like,
it.
but again, they use you know visual effects to try and remove as much of it as they can.
Man.
And as I said, they've done a wonderful job. The only reason I even knew is because of the fact that I follow her on Instagram.
Uh huh.
So, I've known that she had it, and I was curious as to what they were gonna do, and then I started seeing all of these creative ways, and then after that, it almost became a game for me to like whenever
To
she
find
came
it.
on Steam just to see how they were going to cover it up this time.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, one of the reasons why I think that they made sure that that fight was not drawn out too much is because they didn't want to like put too much stress on her on the actress.
Uh huh.
And like if you've noticed, a lot of the times with Frost this season, she hasn't been like super active with her fighting.
Yes. They've been, holding her back
Yeah.
because they just go with, okay, is it big enough to include Frost? And the answer for most of the seasons has been no. Even though you sit there and went, okay, where's Killer Frost? This scene is happening, and she needs to be in it.
I
And
mean,
you're
there's
like,
there's just like a lot of times when they would just be like when they would just she would just sort of stand there and do a thing real
yes,
quick,
yeah,
and she wouldn't do any like moving around or dodging or stuff. She would just sort of
yeah.
stand there.
You're like, okay, did
And
she lose her
that's
ability to fight
that's
physically?
essentially that's essentially the reason, because they've been
Yeah.
trying to make sure that she didn't get too overexerted while
Really?
trying to film, because they
Yeah.
don't want to be assholes like Joss Whedon.
Yes. Yes. We know. One of those moments. So, all right, at least they treated her well.
It's like, yeah, they
She
don't want to
just get
pull
this.
a. I think it should actually be known as, or they didn't want to they didn't want to pull a Whedon.
Oh God! Did I say you could just stand there and shoot a bee? Wait, what? I want you to
Like,
do what you normally do. Do a
all right.
cartwheel now.
It's like, all right. So, despite the fact that I said you shouldn't get pregnant right now, you decided you were just gonna go and get pregnant. Well, guess what?
Do the cartwheel. Wait, what?
You are now going to just sit in that bed, and then you're gonna die.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
And
Wait,
then
what?
you'll never come back into the show. It's like,
No.
but wait, didn't you already make it to where it's impossible for me to die? Okay, you're not gonna die. You're gonna go into a coma, and you'll stay in that coma for the rest of the time. All the while, I'm going to make fun of your weight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was like so horrible. It really like it still sickens me that that crap happened to her, and I feel bad for that actress.
Yes.
I still have not come across lava.
Yeah. Look at that. Like I said, you're on top of a mountain. You have so much to dig through. It's fine. When you get to the Earth's
Okay.
core, you will finally find it.
Found.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna chip through
Okay.
that last brick, and you're gonna fall, directly into it.
All right.
That's
I
exactly what
see
what I
lava. I see lava.
Okay.
I also see a hunter. I have one torch left. Lava's way over there. I am so gonna get killed.
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna go back over here.
Like I said, you need to gear up at this point.
I'm just
Eat
gonna
what you can
stay
eat.
right here. I'm gonna eat, get myself to full health. Then I'm gonna book it. Okay, I do have. Do I have more? Okay, I can make more torches. All right, got more torches. Got torches. I got sword. I got the bucket. Torches and the bucket are now just one mouse wheel away from each other. Go ahead and get my food, my hunger to the max, so that I can heal if I get hit. And let's go. Alright. Gonna need to mine down a bit. Never thought that this would be... Ow! Just fell. It's all good. I apparently got something that's something new. 'Cause I have
You
new
got something
recipes.
new.
I have new recipes.
Oh, okay. How did you get new
Holy!
recipes?
Where'd you come from? Ow!
This place is full of these things.
Shoot, I hear another one coming after me.
Like I said, this place is full of these things. Good lord.
See my escape route right there. Alright. There you are, I see you. Ow! You see me too, I see. Okay. I'm out of food. But I'm close.
So you're out of
I
food.
got it!
Took this long to get lava, huh?
Yep. I've never had it take this long to get lava before. Alright. Now we can go. I mean, really, I just needed to get the lava. I didn't really have a
Neat.
major plan
Man
yet.
for it.
So I
Yeah.
guess I'll just go ahead and go to the water and start making a portal to the other world. And it's actually 3 o'clock, so I guess we'll go ahead and like stop here in a minute.
Yes. Yes. I was gonna say it's almost
I-
that time.
Really do not know how it took 2 hours just to get some freaking lava.
Look how much you dug, man.
I
I was
know,
laughing at this whole thing.
like crap. Hey, it's daytime. I can go and like get some food without risking death. Let's go do that after I start this, after I start making a portal. Oh shit. Wow. I am so close to death right now.
Yes. I would suggest just go into your house and,
There we go. The beginning of a chaos gate or whatever it's called. Forget what they're called. Alright. I'm gonna find that chicken that I hear and go and eat something. But yeah, I did it. I did it.
There you go.
Hopefully it won't take what's the next thing? Ah, yeah. It shouldn't take that long to find iron. I found iron a few times.
Yes.
Ganimation is next to me and is very upset that I just killed some animals for food.
Obviously, that's how this game works. Literally, food doesn't come in any other portions. If you can
You
grow forward,
you can actually grow some things. Like
you can.
you can grow wheat and make bread.
You can.
Yeah.
You should do that. That's a safe way to
Hey,
make sure you
you know,
always have food.
I guess I can do that. Here, let me. Oh, I need to make a hoe if I'm gonna do that though. Hold on.
Like I said, you got plenty of land. Just make a field. It's fine. Right by your house, so that way you always know where the food is.
All right, there we go. Got a hoe. And go over here to the water so I can do the thing with that. Let's try not to die. But yeah, I am gonna go ahead and log and stop the stream.
Yes.
If you haven't purchased my book yet, please go and purchase it. I would love it if you did. It's called Demonic Whispers in the Amazon store. Also, if you go to Seriostar and Ganimation.com, you can find some stuff that, some shirts and whatnot that we have made, or, designed. And you can purchase that stuff. We're going to be putting more stuff up there later. And Ganimation has decided to use the chat box to let me know that he wants chicken nuggets.
That's great.
Alright, so first we go and we plant things, and apparently that was a thing that I also could do to do stuff.
What?
Planting stuff.
Yes.
Apparently planting stuff was a thing that I could do for an advancement thing. Alright, now all of you should be hit by this point. Do I have to like surround you or something? Only a couple of these places are now doing the thing, so this is confusing.
Apparently, it just doesn't register. I'm actually surprised. You may have to just put it, directly on top of the things.
No, this is how you do it. I know that this is how you do it.
I do love the fact I'm just looking at it like, yeah. It apparently just requested that you directly put it on there. Because I'm like, yes, even if you surround it, it's
Holy
like,
crap. Yeah, see? That actually did a worse job. It destroyed the crop. No
Yes.
more suggestions from you. So yes, putting it on top of them did not help. You can get nuggets on your own, you know. Oh, you want drive to get nuggets. Okay. I mean, I don't care. Okay, so all but 2 of them have now gotten water. It's just so confusing right now.
I don't think you can, make them get water, man. It's fine, even though you surrounded it with a little small lake. It's fine.
Oops, little punch. There. Okay, it looks like it just takes a little bit of time because that one's finally come.
I've noticed it finally got water.
All right, well let's do this because we can use bone meal to speed up the growth process. Okay, apparently that was not fully done. Looks like it was fully done. That looks like fully done, doesn't it?
I have no
There
clue,
we go.
man.
Yeah, that one was done. I guess the other one just wasn't. Oh, apparently I also missed a spot with the water. You go and get that spot taken care of. There we go. Alright. So anyways. As a review, SerioStar and Ganimation.com to get cool clothing that will also be adding some more stuff to at some point this week. Yes, exactly. Clothes. And Amazon.com, search for you can actually, if you go to Google, you can actually search SerioStar and it'll usually pull it up too. But if you go to Amazon and look for Demonic Whispers in the book area, it'll pull it up usually. The the link is in my bio for the book. I think I also put the link for the merch store in my bio. Think I also have a few other links in my bio. Um, so yeah, check my bio for all of the pertinent data there. And yeah, that's all for me today.
All right.
There's always that possibility I'll be on tonight with Ganimation on the SerioStar and Ganimation Twitch. We don't know. We never know that. We don't schedule that anymore. We just do it if we feel like it. But I should be on tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So, and I think if I'm on tomorrow, I'll be doing Shining Force 2 most likely. And if you haven't come in to check that late yet, I have as much fun with that as possible by doing voices for all the characters. So yeah. Yeah, Ganimation was very amused when I did the squawk for one of the birdmen.
All right.
So anyways, before I log off, I'm gonna do this one last stupid thing because I think it'll be funny. Do 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 do. I've got a bucket of water. I'm gonna create havoc.
What you plan? Really? What? Why? How does this work?
Oh, you want to know what's really crazy? Check this out.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Again, how does this work?
You've seen like those like circus stunt tricks where they dive into like a little tiny barrel of water.
Yes. Okay, fine. Fine, that's what you
Look,
do.
I'm alive.
God dang. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm logging off.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
See you guys.